let's talk about hackers. So, people may remember the myth that was John Doe and all these children being scared that their accounts were going to be stolen and everybody was going to be oofed. But you know what? Nothing really happened. And along with the John Doe myths in early 2017, there was another myth about some guy named Greg, and you guys really seemed to get angry that I didn't know who Greg was, because in my video about the first 50 Roblox accounts, you guys were like, yo, you don't know who Greg is? What are you, stupid? Bruh, oh my god, but got calmed down. Like, I wasn't keeping up with current events in early 2017, okay? It's 2019, let's get this clear. I mean, what do you know about hackers, dude?
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Wait, who are you?
Irrelevant. I'm Firefox. Hi.
Hi, Firefox.
Hi, Fave.
So have you ever hacked Roblox before?
I don't know, like whenever I was little, I would get cheat engine up and hack like my money in games. But I'm not smart enough to actually hack.
I don't know, what about the December 12th incident?
That wasn't a hack though. I was raiding the forums before Quackity, okay?
The OG.
Exactly. He stole it from me.
Besides all that yip yap, look, basically, people have always been scared of Roblox hackers. This is not a recent phenomenon, okay? So, let's rewind Roblox quite a bit. Now, there were a lot of myths and creepypastas about Roblox hackers like Dignity, who was just a guy who had his account taken, and then whoever decided to take his account decided to become a Roblox hacker. There was another one called Zuka and that was another of the same case. I actually knew that guy back then in like 2007, fun fact. But the most infamous hacking story of them all was a user named 1x1x1x1, or 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, which, regardless, equals 1. But maybe you don't know your multiplication, and maybe you have no idea who this person is, and I can't blame you, because this myth dates back to like 2008-9-ish, okay? So, let me just give you guys a little bit of background here. So, the year...
I think it was 2008 or 9.
Something like that. So basically, kids were just being kids, and...
They go into the super old Roblox blog posts where they were trying to like flesh out a story for the game.
Where's the fucking blog post, dude?
You can't find it?
I always find my shit. No post found. Has 1x1x1 hacked the Roblox blog? Oh my goodness.
They wouldn't have deleted it, I don't think. Hold on.
Yeah, there's only part 1?
Yeah, I don't see a part 2 anywhere. I see like fan-made versions of a part 2.
Oh my god, this is getting more and more mysterious.
Maybe somebody did hack it.
Yo, bruh.
So in the article I'm about to send you, it has something like what you're talking about in the very beginning, but then it kind of drops. It's only in that very top part, though. Other than that, it's like just a normal blog article.
Hold up. Are people lying about the origin story?
No, because I definitely remember it. It was a thing. I can't be making this up unless it's like a Mandela effect thing going on. Do you think it is? Holy
Yo! Oh my god. Okay, because here's what this source says, right? He's talking about, the 2x2 brick, the first brick, and then this source says, in a footnote, he mentions the evil 1x1x1x1.
I'm so confused. My entire world is unraveling beneath me.
We have to find the truth for the people.
So, 1x1x1x1 was used to prey on fear in one of the stories created by Shedlesky, mentioning an evil 1x1x1x part, and as such, many people have speculated that he was a real hacker. However, former administrator Mr. Doombringer verified that he is not a hacker, and stated, as part of one of Roblox's backstories, What the f***? I don't believe anything that I read.
Okay, so I went in the Wayback Machine, looked at the Roblox blog, and there is no mention of a 1x1x1x1 brick in this story about the 2x2 brick. All it says here is, in the beginning, there was an empty darkness. The only thing in this void was a black brick, 2x2. 2x2 was the alpha brick, the first. copied, pasted, and recolored a million times. Robloxia was built out of nothing from the images of 2x2. These were the early days.
I swear I remember that going on for much longer.
This is killing me now.
Are we the only people who remember the old places getting messed up by that script? Am I remembering it wrong? Was it even I could have swore that I would make a place and use a free model because I was 5 and didn't know how to build. And after I used that free model, if you went into a public version of your game, it would start spamming these scripts that would overlay on your screen, and you pretty much couldn't see anything else. That's what I remember it being. Do you remember it the same way, or am I just going crazy?
No, this is real. This really happened, but where did they get the name from?
I don't know. Unless Shedletsky copied the name from that script. I'm so confused about the how these things happened and what order they happened.
Oh, alright, so check this out. Check this image out that I just found just now. Legit proof of 1x1x1x1. The link to his game. You know that's just some guy I made up, right?
I guess he could have made him up, but that still doesn't change the fact that somebody had created a script very long ago, over 10 years ago now, that spread throughout almost every single game that you could play on Roblox at the time. This script infected every single game that I played.
All of them.
Yeah, it was everywhere. I mean, you couldn't avoid it. Every game that you played was just, I guess you would call them GUIs now. They were just covering your screen.
I feel like this is completely made up. The whole thing about the blog post. I can't find it.
I can't find any YouTube footage of the scripts or the hacked games either.
This has to exist.
I'm telling you, man. Somebody erased it.
There's not even a quote, just people referring to it. I feel like this is completely made up, but it has to come from somewhere.
I don't know, dude. Mandela effect. Maybe it never really existed and the community just made it up.
Why is everyone with the same common belief that it was part of a blog post that doesn't exist? Let's overview. So far, we're trying to trace the origin of the 1x1x1 myth, and all these different sources say it came from a blog post talking about the 2x2 brick and the origins of Roblox, and the very first blog post ever by Shedletsky. Welcome, December 6th, 2006. In the beginning, there was empty darkness. The only thing in this void was black brick. 2x2. 2x2 was the alphabet. The first, copied, pasted, and colored a million times. Roblox was built out of nothing. The images 2x2. Those were early days. The Chronicles of Roblox, V1.203. Okay, so we got that. Now, throughout 2008 and 2009, you would insert models into your game. And if you inserted the wrong free model, everything would become infected. People needed to blame this infected script on something. It wasn't just angry kids who knew how to script trolling people, no. They had to put it on one source. And thus, the myth of 1x1x1x1 began to spread. And man did it spread. People were saying he was the most evil hacker ever, banning people, taking kids' Robux, and killing people.
Yes, especially the killing people part. They killed my parents.
After everyone started blaming this 1x1x1x1, fear continued to build up, as if you went into games, people would whip up their cheat engine and start changing everything to 1x1x1x1, and it started becoming this humongous big scandal. And so this hype built up until July 13th, 2011, Mr. Doombringer finally decided to clear the story and tell people the truth. Because the truth is actually quite boring. Let's talk about where the names come from. Long ago, Telmon posted a number of stories about Roblox's backstory to the news. One of these included mentions of 2x2, the first brick, which, by the way, guys, I have found that post, copied over and over every other brick were its descendants. Now this is the part where Mr. Doombringer loses his mind. So, he says, then, in a footnote, he mentions the evil 1x1x1x1, but he doesn't mention that. Even in my time machine, he never mentioned this brick. Mr. Doombringer was lying about 1x1x1x1. And it turns out he may have been a real hacker after all. And Mr. Doombringer was trying to cover up the evidence, and he just falsified this backstory. Mr. Doombringer tried to write it off like it was one guy playing off a Roblox lore thing. He said, "Get over it. It's that boring." This is a deliberate cover-up job to make Roblox seem more hacker-proof than it really is. 1x1x1x1 was truly the first Roblox hacker. With that being disproved in 2011, everyone started to agree that this was one big hoax, because why would Mr. Doombringer lie to us? After all, he's my favorite moderator of all time. But indeed, he was lying. But this inspired many copycats, including the infamous John Doe myth popularized by Roblox YouTuber Kazakh, which made everyone go crazy too. And then the spin-offs like Greg, and there was some other ones that aren't worth remembering. But it all started with 1x1x1x1. And I thought I would clear the air here, but all this did was open up more mysteries. Alright, so if you guys have any theories about what might have happened, or if you find any real evidence, not speculation, not a bunch of myths, if you guys find something actually legit, please leave it in the comments. Let me know about it, because oh my god, this is juicy.